Hello, dear students. In this lesson, we'll talk about Ranikhet's gift. First, talking about Ranikhet. What is Ranikhet and where is it? Ranikhet is a very beautiful hill station in Uttarakhand state of India. The place is known for its tall trees, high-rise trees, beautiful hills, and greenery surrounding everywhere. Now, let's read the story. The dull light on the frosted glass of the door heralded a new day. Means the dull light on the frosted glass of the door announced the coming of a new day. A peak outside presented the picture of an overcast sky with tall looming pines standing motionless, awaiting the attack from above. A gust of wind followed by a clap of thunder unleashed the rains, and down it came with full ferocity. The monsoons had arrived in Ranikhet. So, in the first stanza, the writer speaks about how the monsoons arrive in Ranikhet. They come when fast moving winds surround the place and thunderstorms, lightning strikes can be easily seen if someone is in that area. It was wonderful sight. The water gushing and gurgling down the slope, the trees swaying and the leaves dancing in mirth to the accompaniment of the new roaring wind on the orchestral din of the pounding rain on the tin roof of our bungalow. So it was a wonderful sight. The water was coming down with its full speed, making sounds of gushing and gurgling. The trees were moving. The trees were moving means it was swaying. It was swaying like a swing. And the leaves were dancing in happiness as the new roaring wind and the orchestral din. The raindrops were coming with a sound which was appearing like an orchestral sound on the tin roof of our bungalow. We had to we had to dive inside. We had to dive inside for our woolens and socks. Now the weather became cool and everyone had to wear woolens and socks. The noise grew louder and louder as white marbles of hail came dashing down to the earth, covering the lawn in white gravel. And not only the rains, but white marbles means snowfall also came. Hailstones also began to come down to the earth, and very soon they covered the lawn like white gravel. It rained incessantly, continuously for a couple of hours, and then a sudden calm descended over the hills. So, this rainfall continued for a few hours, and then all of a sudden, everything was silent. Everything was silent. Calm means silent. The distant mountains could no longer be seen, and neither was the winding pathway at the foot of our hillock visible. So, distant mountains could no longer be seen, and neither was the winding pathway at the foot of our hillock visible. The temperature had dropped considerably, and the clouds had come down from the heavenly abode to visit us. Means now there was so much haze surrounded that they could not see the mountains because after the hailstones, because after the hailstones appeared there was all fog and mist which surrounded them, and hence the mountain was not clear to them from where they were living. And it seemed that the clouds had come down to the earth. It seemed clouds had come down from their heaven and surrounded the earth. I opened wide our main door, and to my great delight witnessed Lady Cloud floating into the house in her flowing gossamer gown, caressing our face, neck, and hands with her cool, moist touch. Now, who is this Lady Cloud? This Lady Cloud is not any neighbor, but the Cloud herself. The poet, the writer, has described her as Lady Cloud, and she comes with great beauty. She comes wearing a gossamer, means very fine and delicate gown. Gown, the long dress is called gown, caressing our face. And it was like she was touching the face of the writer. The writer is Rudrani Ghosh. So it was like the lady cloud is touching the face of Rudrani Ghosh, neck and hands with her cool, moist touch. How is the touch of a cloud? It is cool and moist. So it is said that it was like the cloud itself is touching the face, neck, and hands with its cool and moist approach. Gradually, the haze started disintegrating. It started to break down. The haze that was surrounded after the hailstones started to disintegrate, started to break down, and the first glint of the sun's rays shimmered over the velvety green mountainside where the dark clouds scurried away. And now, when the haze disintegrated, what could be seen? The sun rays were trying to come on the earth over the velvety green mountainside. Mountainside means to the mountainsides. The sun rays were coming to the velvet like green mountainside, while the dark clouds scurried away and the dark clouds were escaping from the place. What a drastic change! Now you can see within few moments, within few hours, the climate of the place was entirely changed. From rainfall to hailstones, and then everything got cleared. This is a good change. This is a random and fast change that appears mostly in any hilly area, and so is the case with the Ranikhet hill station. Now a brilliant blue sky emerged with contrasting startlingly white fluffy clouds, and now again came what? Startlingly white fluffy clouds. It was an artist's delight, with all those shades of green from the lightest to the darkest, and flowers of every hue and color. On the hilly slopes between the rocky crevices means holes, so on the hilly slopes between the rocky holes and every garden, there were splashes of red, crimson, yellow, and orange. The air was cool and crisp, and the birds and butterflies were out again. So the air was cool, the sun was shining, and the sunshine was coming like the rainbow with different colors of red, crimson, yellow, and orange. We too went out for our daily work. And now the writer got the time to go out for daily work because the hailstones had stopped, rainfall had stopped, haze was gone, and it was all clear and cool. Amazingly, there was to be found neither a puddle nor a muddy patch. There was neither a puddle nor a muddy patch. The soil being rocky and sandy either dried easily or the water made its way downhill. Like in our area, after rainfall, water stagnates everywhere. There can be sea, mud and patches of puddle. कीचड़ और puddle को हम लोग अपने आसपास बारिश के मौसम में जमा देख सकते हैं. But it is not in the case of the hilly areas because the soil there is rocky and sandy, so it either dries the water easily or the water makes its way to the downhill. या तो वो उसको सोख लेता है, it absorbs the water, or the water makes its way to the downhill, पहाड़ी के नीचे. Now that the sky had cleared, the whole mountain range was in a view. Now the sky had cleared after the rainfall and the hailstone fall. So the mountain range was clear. A full 180-degree stretch of snow-clad mountains gleamed and glistened in the last rays of the sun. Means, in the last rays, during the evening time, the writer, the narrator of the story could clearly see, straightly he can see the mountains which are in front of him. They are sparkling. They are like sparkling. We stood mesmerized, so they stood wonderstruck. वो लोग चौंक गए. As the reflection of the setting sun on the snow seemed to set the whole range ablaze. And at the time when it was sunset, it was like the whole range was in a shine. It was a blazing. The orange glow began to spread and smeared itself on the surrounding clouds. Smeared means to apply, like someone smears charcoal on his face or smears ash on his face. So like this one, the orange glow began to spread. Like in the evening time, orange rays can be seen, so it was like it was smearing the surrounding clouds, slowly yet steadily mingling with darkness as night gradually let down her curtains. So it was getting evening and the darkness was to arrive. So this was providing a great landscape picture for everyone and so for the writer. We hurried home to find there was a power cut. When the writer reaches home, he finds that there is a power cut. After a cup of steaming coffee in candlelight, we stepped out of the bungalow to check the power situation, and what a magnificent sight awaited us. So, the moment after drinking coffee in candlelight, because there was no light, they all the members came outside their doors to visit about the situation of the power cut, but what they saw, that there was a magnificent sight awaiting for them. It was the darkest of dark nights, eerie, pitch black, a creak or crackle mid one jump. But when we looked up, we stood transfixed in awe, looking at the star-spangled dark home above. Never had we seen a million brightly lit stars and such close quarters. We just had to stand on our toes to touch them. In that celestial aura, so the moment they came outside of the house to look at the situation of the power cut, what could they see? Very easily that millions of stars could be seen in the sky. Because the sky was clear, so at night time millions of stars were appearing like crickets, like the jhangur we say, which shines as a night time. So they were appearing and twinkling like a cricket, and this was a great thing to see for the writer. He had never seen such a beautiful moment ever in his life. It was all looking like a celestial, means heavenly. It was looking like the heavenly stars have come to the earth to shine here. Alright? Now, we just had to stand on our toes to touch them. And we could touch them by standing on our toes. Means they were at such a great height that the stars were seeming that they are quite big in size from there. In that celestial aura and the ethereal beauty of the surroundings, ethereal means unworldly, beauty of the surroundings, the tumult of emotions which was hard to express, only a soft thank you escaped my lips. So what could the writer speak from his lips was just thank you. And thank you to whom? To the nature. Thank you to the nature. So the Rudrani Ghosh, the writer, is thanking the nature for its wonderful beauty that she could see in the Ranikhet hillside. Now Rudrani Ghosh spent a great part of her life in Indian cities of Mumbai, Kolkata and Delhi. So she had been to metropolis every time, but she currently resides in Ranikhet. Now where she lives? She lives in Ranikhet. She writes purely for her own pleasure. She writes purely for her own pleasure. And now you can see the different adjectives used in the story is quite difficult to understand, though it provides very much beauty to the poem, to the story. Like wherever you read, you will find a lot of adjectives written. Like in this page, you can see. Just wait. Like here you can see the water gushing and gurgling down the slope. Here gushing and gurgling is adjective. The trees swaying and the leaves dancing in the midst. New roaring wind, orchestral din, pounding rain, tin roof. So there are various examples of adjectives written in the poem and in this story, and the story has been written very exquisitely. So thank you for this. See you in the next class. Bye.